very niche science equipment there from like vendors who are advertising stuff. It's like specifically geared to what you do. You know, because when you see advertisements or something in general, it's like, this is something everyone wants. Here's food. Here's an advertisement for food. Here's a car. Here's an advertisement for a car. This is like, oh man, let's get really excited about a new patch clamp rig. Like, yeah. Or multi-electrode array head stages. Okay. Sure, I guess. What's kind of strange to me, although I guess in retrospect it probably shouldn't be, is that a lot of companies that just exist in other capacities also have a weird scientific wing, where I guess they just make better stuff for specific applications, and can charge more. Pretty much like any optics company is going to have a scientific branch. You know, it's not just like cameras. Although I don't think there's like a Pentax booth. That'd be kind of neat if there were, though. Go check this combo out. Man, I'm so good at video games. But yeah, that was the first time I ever used a VR headset. It seemed surprisingly janky at first when I first put it on. It's like, oh, yeah, the screen on this really isn't that great. I don't know if it was just at a lower resolution or something, but regardless, I was kind of like underwhelmed at first, but then it's like, oh man, I can just put my face into these things. The sensation of like, no, you can move, it'll move with you, do it, is kind of weird to get over at first. You know, because in a video game, the only time you ever see people like move when they play is when they're playing video games on some terrible sitcom and they're like overacting. Yeah, you can. Oops. Whatever that did. But yeah, that was kind of neat. It was an Oculus, it was not a Vive. I don't understand the point of it. They said like, oh, you can visualize your samples in 3D and manipulate them. Like, great, I guess. They said it's a more natural way to do it, which maybe, but it also seems way more fiddly because you don't have a mouse. Like, if I were doing real work, I would not want to use a VR headset for it because it seems far too easy to get distracted. But whatever. It's a company that makes 4,000 hertz refresh rate monitors slash projectors. It was a projector, I think, which is a thing that people didn't really need, but somebody made. So now you have to throw out your monitors because 144 hertz is just not good enough. Yeah, really. I don't know why they made it, but they made it, and I guess they only have to sell like 5 of them a year because I'm sure they're ridiculously expensive. You wonder what it looks like. So they had a circle on the screen, and oh, I messed that up. It looked like a circle, but when you moved your eye just a little bit, you could see that it wasn't actually a circle, but it was a line spinning around in a circular pattern at 4,000 frames per second. So if you're looking at it, normally it would just look like an unbroken shape, but I guess the instant any sort of eye movement plays into it, it breaks into frames. That was their 4000 hertz demo. They also had like a 60, 120, 240, and 480. My first response when they showed me the demo was like, yeah, I can't see past 60. It made me get really close to it. Yes, you could eventually tell, but it's not that big of a deal. I don't know what the use of a 4000 hertz screen is, but you know, it's a convention for science people who have big science budgets, although increasingly getting smaller because funding sucks. Did I check out Firefox Quantum? I had it installed, and it's still weirdly broken for me, and I don't know why. Either, like, there's something weird about a Firefox configuration file that I have, or something about importing all of my old history is screwing it up. Or some bum add-on, I don't know, but... Oh, I should have said the human eye can't see over 24 frames per second. I should have just gone up to that 4000 hertz projection company and said, actually, the human eye can't see more than 24 frames per second, and then I just leave before they even reply. It'd just be super obnoxious. It's because Firefox is trash. Wow. That's screwed up. Excuse me, I know a few things about eyes. I have 2 of them, if you haven't noticed. Let me tell you something about frames. As in 24, as in that's as high as you can go. Yeah, now they should have had an America's Army booth at that station. That would have been pretty good. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do this. I'm probably not gonna play Doki Doki Literature Club because I already kind of know what the gimmick is, and I've seen various screenshots of it. The only reason I'm awake now is because I was like dead tired when I got home because I only slept like 3 hours and then I was on my feet for 12. I came home and then I slept, and then I woke up an hour later and now I can't go back to bed, so I guess I'll just wait until that happens. And for some reason my face feels really sunburned even though it wasn't because I'm indoors all day. Maybe my skin is just dry. Under all those UV lights I was cooking. That. Nope, not that. Yeah, it's from looking into the 4000 hertz projector. That was it. It's too many frames. Oh, I should have waited for the next piece. This isn't gonna work. That's not what I want. I want that, and then I want that, and then I want that, and then I want that. This isn't gonna work either. I don't have enough of the bits in the bit box. Combo chain. No, whatever. Oops. Don't have any vitamin D left in me. I really gotta unmap these L and R buttons or just pull them off the controller. Also, yes, I do. I got blood work back and my vitamin D is fine. I fixed it. Thanks, modern medicine. You fixed the problem I didn't even know I had. Same with thyroid stuff. Is this actually an issue with hypothyroidism? I don't know, but that's what the numbers said, so I guess I'll fix it. Or something. Oops. Why am I punching the controller? That doesn't do anything. Well, I don't have hyperthyroidism. It was the opposite. Hypo, as in my thyroid's all lazy. Wait, no, it's the opposite. But only in this case. It works too hard, but it ultimately produces the same result. As a normal thyroid, but it's not like super problematic. Am I giving a chance to a real Yu-Gi-Oh game? I only want to play the Yu-Gi-Oh game that has my favorite cards, Car with Gun and Hamburger Recipe, and Hungry Burger and Bite Shoes. Those are objectively the best Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Well, they say it's subclinical, and I figured, oh, we'll just give you thyroid drugs and see what happens. And let me tell you, nothing happened. Actually, I recently had to double them because they said, oh, maybe try this. So maybe that's why I'm super awake, despite being really tired. Because when I first started taking them, I'd have a cup of coffee and it would feel like I had like 3 cups of coffee. It was not great. If it's subclinical, why would they do it? Because I feel like garbage all the time, and they tried a bunch of antidepressants and they didn't work. So they thought, well, this is a thing we could throw drugs at and maybe it'll work. And then they did. Did it make a difference? No. And then they said, well, maybe we should give you more. I'm like, alright, like, whatever. Why is my controller connecting and disconnecting constantly? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the logic of increasing levothyroxine is really based on. It seems kind of pointless. Because when I had that follow-up appointment, I pretty much asked, like, well, I took this stuff for a while and it didn't make a difference, and this only seemed to be an issue on paper. maybe I should stop taking this. And for some reason, the conclusion from that appointment was, how about you take more? So, guess I'll do that. I could have gone to my nearest Chinatown. I was in DC earlier. I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Worst comes to worst, I just have a few weeks/months where I'm like super awake and incredibly skinny. And then I stop, and then I get super tired and incredibly fat. Oops. Messed that one up. Or did I? No, I did. Or did I? No, I actually messed that up. It was okay before, but now it's not. Why? Why do we have a Jack in the Box emote? Oh, I need another purple. But like, is Jack in the Box a brand that millennials care about? I mean, I guess they're all too young to remember the E. coli breakout where a bunch of kids died. But why don't they have a bacterium emote? That'd be pretty good. Just make it incredibly tasteless, but get loads of media coverage out of it. A local Jack in the Box is under fire for paying homage to its history with an E. coli emote. On the website, twitch.television. People still eat Bluebell. What is that, ice cream? Or is that Blue Bunny? What's Bluebell? Is that like the school bus company that they got Listeria from? Or is that Bluebird? Is that like the berry that you pick from a bush? No, wait, that's a blueberry. Is that like that one Yellows? No, wait, that's Mr. Blue Sky. Oh, is it like the podcast sponsor where you get the food sent to your hat? No, that's Blue Apron. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what Bluebell is. I don't think I've seen it. What's the logo look like? I don't think I've heard of Velvet either. Bluebell. I don't think I've ever seen this logo in my life. Then again, this also looks like every logo of anything ever. This looks like, what is it? It looks like the... Is it this? Hang on. Oh, you're gonna make me do a security check for a Facebook page that I don't even have an account on? No, that's a different thing. Wait, their logo is just the Welsh Farms logo. But, like, spaced out. Yeah, we have Welsh Farms in Jersey and maybe everywhere else. It's just a kid and a cow. But then that's just this, but it's just a slightly more detailed kid and a slightly more detailed cow. Whatever. I guess that's probably a really common thing. I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of the same as the Coppertone logo, except with a kid and a dog, and actually, in retrospect, that's kind of screwed up as a logo. I never realized when I was a kid, it's like, oh, ha 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 ha, sunscreen. Now it's like, oh, no, that's not a good thing. Blue Bell. It's an American food company. It's in Texas, in the southeastern U.S. I might have seen it in Maryland, maybe. It's not really the South, though. It's mid-Atlantic. Yeah, whatever. I'm showing my displeasure about the Coppertone logo by just not having sunscreen, so I just turn into a mess. That'll teach you. I sacrificed my skin. I'm still in Baltimore, apparently. I might also be in the Shadow Realm, I'm not sure. I've never seen a Taco John's. How do you have a Western Taco Bell? I thought that already was Taco Bell. Sushi Stop versus GameStop. God damn it, I thought they were the same place. They have the same logo and gamers probably like sushi. I love Japan, period. Garugamesh, etc. We've been through this. How else am I gonna pre-order my California rolls? I gotta get the newest roster update with the best avocado DLC. Downloadable crab. Yeah, I have this pre-owned sushi. I'd like to trade this in. I want to trade in this California roll for a spicy tuna roll. I have like most of the platter here. I didn't really eat that much of it. And then you bring it to Sushi Stop and they'll give you like 1 California roll for 2 dozen spicy tuna rolls. And also a copy of Madden 2004. Also, it's 2017. In fact, at Sushi Stop, they should just give you... Like, you know how they have the sushi go-rounds or whatever? I'm assuming those are real and not just like a figment of Pokemon Stadium. They should have them, but instead of having the sushi on like any other sort of container, they have it on old Madden discs just floating around. Damn, I should go into business. We got so many great ideas I'm giving you for free. I never played Pokemon Stadium 2. I feel like I should do that. I think it was supposed to be alright. But like, there's something about Gen 2 Pokemon where I liked it, but for some reason, I think that was the part of my life where my memory stopped being good. Or like, I stopped absorbing absolutely everything. So, no matter how many times I play through Gold and Silver, it's always like, yeah, wow, this is new. It's got new Pokemon and moves. I don't know what Dark type is weak to, or Steel. At the same time, everywhere, or every time I look at Pokemon Stadium 2, and it's like, yeah, I don't know what a Delibird is. That's a new Pokemon. I mean, yeah, it came out in like 2000, but that's not the point. It's like I suffered some traumatic head injury when I was playing Gold and Silver, and I just don't remember what was in this game. Something, I guess. It's like that Majora's Mask I can always kind of go back to and play, and it's always fresh for some reason, even though I've played them both far too many times. Wow, that didn't work. Bringing it back to Pokemon Prism, that's a good question and one I'm glad you asked, and by glad I mean I'll throw it on the pile. Ho-Oh was, yeah, in both of them. I'm way better at finishing games on this channel because I end up on this channel all the time. Because this is where the boring content ends up, where I'm trying to get to bed. But I'm still awake, so I guess I'll just do this or something. No, Ho-Oh wasn't in the first episode of the anime. You're thinking of Gary Mon. He takes off his mask and he's actually Mr. Mime. But you didn't know that. The prosthetics are really good. Did I see a new movie where Pikachu talks? Is that the part of the movie where apparently everyone is like freaking out about it? I haven't watched it or kept up with it. All I know is that Google recommends these headlines in Chrome where it's like, Pokemon fans are freaking out about the new movie. It's like, oh, okay. Great, I guess. I'm freaking out because it doesn't come with promotional cards anymore. Maybe it does. I just made that up. They might still be doing that. Why does he speak... Wait, does he speak English in the Japanese release? That'd be pretty good. It's revealed at the end that all Pokemon are actually American, and that all the Pokemon games took place in California, and then Ash eats a hamburger. Is it all supposed to be in Ash's head? Oh no. Now you spoiled the movie. Maybe they're just gonna go with the Ash is actually in a coma hypothesis. Maybe we're gonna go with the Ash was actually Sans hypothesis theory. That's just the theory. A really dumb theory. Did Ash get nose or teeth in the last series? Why? Didn't he always have them? Ash, you've gotten all the gym badges. Now we will give you a free rhinoplasty of your choice. Oh boy, thanks, Professor Oak. I never got why Ash's voice in like the first few episodes of Pokemon just sounds like he has a sock in his mouth. It's like, Ash, don't talk with your mouth full. Original I choose you emotionally. I choose you emotionally? What does that even mean? I choose you emotionally. What? Are they dating? What is that even supposed to mean? Pikachu probably just comes to life and says to Ash, like, why did you feed me just garbage? Why didn't you let me eat it? Mick Poke, like all of you. Ash actually talks and says he's a... I mean, Pikachu talks and says, I'm actually a spy sent by your mom to make sure you're wearing clean underwear. Pikachu says, I want to be with you. Wait, what? Oh no. That's... Huh. I didn't know that was what that was about. Also, I guess I probably just spoiled it for everybody who wasn't actually reading the chat to avoid spoilers, so oops. Sorry about that. That's okay, they'll make more Pokemon. They'll kill Pikachu off and replace him with like a... I don't know. Something even rounder with bigger round eyes. Like a Voltorb. Man, I had the fattest Pikachu toy as a kid. Every time you say chubby Pikachu, it just reminds me. I showed this to somebody once, and they just made fun of me for it. So now, I've shied away from showing girls my Pikachu. Where is it? I think it's this. It doesn't even look good. It's just like this thing. It's not 2.5 feet tall. It's this. I'm not sure. I think my parents just bought it at a local coffee shop or a comic shop in a comic shop that has since been way out of business. But it was so fat. I don't know why. That's pretty good. What is... Oh god, I guess it's not surprising that they have like 1,000 pieces of Pikachu merchandise. That's sort of terrifying, actually. Who would choose this? What? Is this what the GameSpot forums are up to these days? 2 years ago. Great. At least it wasn't this. I don't know what this is. Ah, sick. That's an AliExpress list. Oh, God. Why are there like dismembered heads of Barney that don't have any eyes? New to AliExpress, I wish. Why is there a fan inside the head? Oh, I guess so you don't die. Everything about this scene is really unpleasant. Like, wow. I don't want any of this. What is your Imgur link that's not loading? Why is my Firefox trash? What's a centimeter? Oh god. What are any of these? Yeah, I should have worn this to TwitchCon and then just went. That's not great. Why does Pikachu wear clothes? Wear everything. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to recapture that window. Great. I think I'm done. Is that the picture you sent? Oh, I found it independently. So there. Now you can't claim credit. All the credit is me. I did it. My credit. That was my treasure hunt. I get all the gold and the Fountain of Youth. And the Fountain of Tooth, which is kind of weird because it's just like a geyser, but it spits up teeth? Like, I don't know. You know, we're due the teeth that your parents, spoiler, take when they're pretending to be the Tooth Fairy go. If my parents kept all of them. Is that a thing parents normally do? Or do they just like take your teeth from under your pillow and then throw it out? It seems kind of weird, because those are like prime stem cells, baby. You can clone a new child. Get even more teeth. Man, that's a good racket. It's like infinite teeth. It's like the infinite 1-up glitch in Mario, except with baby teeth. Just keep jumping on them weirdly and all of a sudden... infinite molars. Oh no, it was that wild card. have stem cells. Yeah, why not? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. What do you take me for? I just poke crap in brains and see like, yeah, that did it. Didn't do it. I don't know. I mean, if I need tissue to clone a younger version of me, I want the youngest version of my tissue that I could get, and, you know, baby teeth might be my only option. My clone's gonna be like 7 at the youngest. Even my clone's gonna be old, just like the real me. Oops. That's not what I want. Yeah, whatever. Oh, wait, crap. I was supposed to have done something with this, and then I messed it up. Your 6 wisdom teeth. Wow, look at you. Your abnormal number of wisdom teeth. But you know what a good number of wisdom teeth is? 7. 7 teeth. I had 7 of them, so don't you dare brag to me about supernumerary teeth, cause I'll take you down every time, punk. Me and my weird mouth. Yeah, you made extra. Wow, good job, you made 2 extra. I made 50% more extra wisdom teeth than you did. So I'm not even impressed. You come at the champ, you best bring your A game. Yeah, I'm vying for mouth supremacy. I'll show you once and for all that I have the superior mouth. Gross. There. They weren't sideways growing, they were impacted up by my sinuses, and I had no idea they were there until they did an x-ray, and then it's like, yeah, you have 7 teeth. Most teeth in a mouth. I'm sure it's a lot. I'm sure it's like 8. Why don't we just evolve our wisdom teeth out? Or just evolve gigantic jaws? Most teeth in a mouth. 37. Wow, this is a really unpleasant sight. Related records. Heaviest woman. Largest feet on a man. Oldest cleft lip surgery patient. Like, that's not even a challenge. Heaviest twins. Female. Most tattoos of characters from a single animated series. Widest tongue on a teenager. Female. You know, I'm noticing a lot of trends here that are kind of like a little skeevy if you start connecting all the dots. Also, I thought that said wildest tongue, which is a different record entirely. I want to see the most tattoos of an animated character. How about that? Wait, he has 5 more teeth? That's it? Man, I had more teeth than that. Except he just has them erupted. What's this? Most tattoos of a single, or of characters from a single animated series. There's no picture, though. what's the point of having this thing that says they have 203 different Simpsons tattoos if they're not going to show it to me? Man, screw this website. I listened to an interesting podcast segment about this at one point. It's pretty much just the Guinness Book of World Records just survives on name recognition alone, and only really survives as a company, not because people buy the books, even though they sell kind of alright, but because you have to pay a lot of money to get the Guinness World Record officiators down by your house to watch you look at your teeth. I don't know. Whatever your skill is. I think that was the gist of it. I don't remember. It was a slightly older Planet Money segment, which I listened to in the shower, so I might have gotten every detail in that wrong. Well, they never said, like, greatest number of your teeth, your natural teeth in a mouth. Like, what if I have a performance-enhancing mouth with, like, extra teeth that I just add from a separate source? You know, it's like when you dope in a sport, you're just adding more body parts to your body. Like, you're taking, you know, human growth hormone or testosterone or something. That's a human product, just like a tooth is. But it just came from another source. Now, if you're able to get away with just adding, like, extra teeth into your mouth from something else, like, I think that should count. I think if you can get away with that heist, I don't see the problem. I'd love to read the retraction for the record if and when it's ultimately discovered. That reads like, so-and-so, who had the world record for most teeth in their mouth, was stripped of their record when it was found that they actually put extra teeth in their mouth from an unknown source. Be the news you want to see in the world. Thomas Jefferson, 2017. Yeah, that eBay page where you can just buy teeth. Like, think about it. It's really cheap to get spare teeth with the advent of the internet and also hammers. Ugh. Oh yeah, whatever happened to those Livestrong bracelets? Did everyone just throw them out? Destroyed them in anger. That seems difficult though, they're kind of hard. Or like rubbery. I guess you can cut it up or something. Frozen mice are probably for like pythons or something. Feeding your pet snake. If you're some sort of misanthrope who owns a snake. Like the kid from Toy Story who tortures all the toys. He'd have a snake. And then he'd poison the water hole. I'm sorry for these narrow-minded assumptions I'm making about you if you're a snake owner. These are uncalled for. If Lance Armstrong had a testicle removed but was taking steroids, wasn't he really just getting back to 100%? Well, like, in the same way that you have to really squeeze a tube of toothpaste to get the last amount of toothpaste out before you replace it, I think you could have just done that, you know? Like, yeah, eventually you have to buy a new tube, but, like, you gotta roll that up. Get all the toothpaste out. But just in a testicular context. You know, with like a rolling pin or something, that'd probably work. Thank God I'm not a doctor. What would I say? Look, you know, if your body is gonna produce a chemical that you need, I mean, you're just like a farm, really. You might as well just get all you need out, you know, it's like juicing an orange. I might be... Well, I'm promoting that, CJ, in a metaphorical context. You know, like, think about all the products that people need that you just produce all the time. Like, shirts. Those are made of fabric, but every day you produce a little bit more fabric. In the form of hair and other material. I'm not sure what that would be. It's like, why do we even have livestock, really? Produce everything you need. You know, it's like society tells you that you have to buy stuff that you already make. You know, that your own natural woolly coat isn't enough, but it is. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it would be unethical to have human farms, but not if it's your own human. Like, in the same way, if you're trying to get a hairball collection, it would be kind of unethical to get other cats to cough up hairballs for you, but like, if your own cat's coughing up hairballs, you might as well just collect them, rather than buying imported factory-farmed hairballs that are bad for the environment and carpets. I'm just saying, like, if you make a thing that you need, you might as well just, you know, scoop it in a jar and save it for a rainy day. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just throwing words out and seeing what sticks. Are they sticking? Have I left a lasting impression on any of you yet? If not, why not? If yes, I'm sorry. Please come to my book signing. Thanks. Love, Tim. Yeah. Well, like, just because I have a big floof on my head, no, that doesn't mean everybody has enough hair to keep warm, but I think you should write your congressman to end the prohibition on selling your own hair. Is that a law? I don't know. It should be a law. So then I can run for student government on the platform of getting that law repealed, because man, I'm really out of ideas for other things. Like Kevin in 4th grade math already ran on the platform of getting a smoothie machine in the cafeteria. You can't really argue with that, but like selling your hair, like, yeah, I guess that's a platform we can get behind. I think I ran for like student government once. I think it was in high school or some dumb thing, or like some sort of representative, and my closing line was, I have ideas as big as my hair. Guess what? I lost. Which is kind of a shame. Because I just came up with that in the fly and I thought it was pretty good, but apparently nobody else did. Yeah, you know, it's all politics when you're running for head of the math league. I wasn't in the math league. BuyandSellHair.com. Is that a real website? Oh, that sounds unfortunate. Why is Firefox crashing? Ugh, stop that. Hang on. Wait, what was that? No, go back. Who is this year's sexiest man alive, according to this front page on a browser that nobody uses? Who's that? Is that Tim McGraw? That's a guy with a guitar and scruff, right? No, it's Blake Shelton. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I don't think so. He just looks like the B-side of like a haircut model you'd see in a barbershop. But like a bad barbershop, because he's like super itchy after he got his like back shaped up. What's this? Ah, sick. Wait. Curly virgin hair? As in like not treated, or $200? This item has been sold. Never dyed, never blow dried. Well, can't say that for my hair. It's not worth anything now. Some gray hairs. Oh, excuse me. That's gonna take a bit off the price. As seen on Time Out. Wait, isn't Time Out a restaurant reviewer? Why are they reviewing? Oh man, Jesus. Sick. How much would you pay for Jesus's hair? If you said $500, it... Oh no, it has been sold. You are correct. Hoping to make some extra money as I'm saving up for an engagement ring. Man, that's gotta be a weird story. So how'd you get the money to afford this ring? I dressed up as Jesus and then I sold my hair on the internet. Or best offer. I'm sorry, the most I could offer you for this hair is only about $1. What is the most expensive hair? What is the most popular hair? Yeah, it's not that great. It's just hair. It's kind of creepy when it's not attached to anything. I have some exotic hair. I just. Everyone has hair. Pregnancy hair? $900? Man. What a ripoff. I eat a lot of organic foods. That reflects in my hair. Wow. Sold $1,700? It's a lot of hair. Wow. Oh, I thought that said 30 inches of gaming chestnut hair. Here's my gaming hair. Might have some, like, artificial cheese particulates in it. Don't worry about that. Quick sale. It's priced to sell at only $175. Pregnancy hair. Everyone knows that pregnancy hair is the most beautiful hair in the world. Do we? Is that a thing that we all kind of know? The Earth is round. There are 8 planets, potentially 9 in the solar system. George Washington was our first president. Pregnancy hair is the most beautiful in the world. It's one of the 4 noble truths. This hair is just called Olga. There's no description. It's just that. Wow, this website's great. If you eat the hair, do you gain its power? Like Kirby? Like, I don't understand. What is somebody's first reaction? How did they get to this point where it's been growing my hair out for 3 years and the wife says it's time to go, so I'm selling it? Like, how do you... Where does this idea come from? Oh, sick. This is new hair. Get on this. This was listed yesterday. But, like... I don't understand. Whose first instinct is, I'm going to get a haircut and then sell it for $500. Categories, 35 inches, $6,000. This was sold for $1,800. That's a house somewhere. Pregnancy hair. How is this? I mean, it's... Are you sitting on a watermelon? Oh, you know, it's probably a pillow fluffy thing. What is it called? The stool. That's cool, I guess. Oh, you already cut it off. But, like... Who's gonna pay $6,000 for this? Only a true long hair lover knows what it feels to have such extreme long hair in your hands. Oh. I'll look forward to hearing from you, long hair lover. 3 upside down exclamation points. Okay. Sell my hair. Ah. I don't even know how long it is anymore. Let's have a ruler here somewhere. I gotta find out how much I can get for it. Because if she... How long is her hair? 78 inches. 78 inches for $6,000. How much is that per inch? That's a lot of money. I could buy a blimp. How long is that? Oh, that's not that long. Like 7 inches. That's only enough for like half a blimp. They might be selling ginger hair. I don't know. Hair type. Hair color. Red. Oh, wait. This is such a stupid website. Hair for sale. Hair color red. Kablamo. Fancy. Best offer. $1. Oh yeah, can you get white hair? Is that an option? Oh, sick. And be a wizard. Make a mustache out of it. Yeah, well, of course it's gonna look white because it's a black and white foot. Oh, wait, no. That's kind of cool, actually. Huh. How do you measure hair thickness in inches? Like, does that mean your head has like 4 to 5 inches extra width around? So you just added like half a foot of height? Air dried only. How do you air dry your hair every day? Don't you have to like go to work? It takes too long to air dry. What qualifies as treated? Well, like if your hair is on medication for anything, doesn't count. If you take your hair out for ice cream, doesn't count. Well, no, blow drying doesn't. Well, maybe if you do it without heat. Can I have some gluten-free hair? 6 ways to sell your body for money. Is this an actual website? Oh. Yeah, this is what I was telling you. Like, look at all this money. I mean, most people, when they look at a human being, they're like, wow, that's a nice person. I want to get to know them. But when I look at them, I see dollar signs. But I mean, like, for blood plasma, not like slavery. That's not good. I mean, everyone, I see like $35 every time I see a person. I mean, you're carrying around a lot of dollars of blood plasma every day, and you don't even know it. What are you going to do with that plasma? Nothing. Sell your eggs. I can't. Sell your breast milk. I didn't know that was a thing people sold. Naturally, the potential buyer will want to know about your medical history. Wait, what was that old YouTube video that I watched about making weed milk that was like put the weed in the milk and the milk binds with the cannabis ions or something? That's pretty much this. If you think about it, sell your underwear? Wait, that's not selling your body. Fecal transplants. Advertise on your body. Wow. Take part in medical tests. I've already done that. Others include selling spem. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Our site gets the highest traffic, the most sales, and the highest price from your hair in comparison with other hair trading websites. I don't know why this is so bizarre to me, but it's really funny. Like, oh, sick, dreadlocks. This is just so strange. I don't know why. I just love how this one is just Jesus. Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna make my own hair selling website, but you only buy the hair of Twitch streamers. It increases your APM. Or something. Your FPM, your follicles per minute. Oops. Sorry, I was distracted by bad corners of the internet and I forgot how to play this. What do you do with it, though? Like, once you buy it, I'd imagine most people buying it have, like, other sources if they were gonna make a wig officially. Whatever. What if you buy a bunch of random hair? See, this is the setup for a sitcom. Your parents are getting on you for not being married, and you just buy a bunch of, like, random people's hair and leave it all around the house, and it's like, oh, I can't wait to meet your wife. It's like, yeah, she's not here. Oh, she's always leaving her hair around, though. Heh. Let's go somewhere else and talk about this. You just leave, like, forensic evidence all around. And, you know, as long as there's another person's hair in the house, they're not gonna think twice. Right? I'm the smartest. This is $1 million idea. Wish I could be normal, but instead I'm like this. I don't know how it happened. Yay. No, you can't get a dog. That's not the same. You've spent half a decade watching me. Man, you're not gonna want to see the bill once you're done. Most insurers don't take me. Ever since I punched that one doctor in the face. They said it was a crime, but, you know, he was really irritating. Said I wasn't providing medical services. I'll show him. Provide medical services to your chin bone, buddy. With my fist. Ugh, I'm gonna lose. No. Is there anything good on the internet today? I'm kind of like half asleep.
Yeah.
Human hair can be added as a food additive. You know, that's pretty screwed up. Just listened to a podcast today about the Donner Party. If only they were like, yeah, maybe we should just eat each other's hair, they could have saved themselves a lot of trouble. Also, I kind of need to sneeze, but it's probably not gonna happen. I hate when my body jerks me around like this. I feel like I need chapstick or something. I don't know why my face has just felt especially dry today. Maybe it was the harsh winter's chill. Or maybe it's because I sold all my facial oils on sellfacialoils.com in order to make money. Who can say, really? There better not be a website. You'd be surprised, Dadge Master. There was this guy who would scrape his face oil off his forehead and lick his finger clean. Was it Bob from Food Use? Was he in a car? Oh, God. Sweet and sour McWash. You know, why hasn't McDonald's come out with a line of skincare products yet? That's their French fries. Well, like a lot of exfoliating scrubs have salt in them, so you could just take French fries and rub them on your face, and that'll probably work. They have like coconut oils and salt and sugar. I mean, really, if you think about it, it's a lot of lost market potential because McDonald's already sells you the ingredients for a delightful day at the spa. They're just not packaged correctly. But you have like oils and salts on french fries, and you have sugars in the soda. Just like puree that. Just put it in a jar. There you go. Nick Spa. Only 99 cents. See, this is the problem. This is why McDonald's is in like real financial trouble, because they just don't innovate like they used to. Like the hamburger, genius. The cheeseburger, brilliant. The Whopper, but it's not them. Ignore that one. But like, if they just took what they already have in the McWarehouse and made it so it goes on your McSkin, like that $1 billion idea. There you go. It's called a McScrub. These are all great ideas. It's times like this where I regret not having a podcast. Because I think these are ideas that the American people, and maybe some Canadian people, would actually benefit from hearing. No, I messed that up. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, I guess I'll just, like, rip the audio from this, and it's the first episode of my Mick podcast. Half podcast, half facial scrub. If I call it the Mick Podcast, I'll get a cease and desist in a couple hours. What if I call it Mick Podcast, parentheses, home of the Whopper? See, that way, like, McDonald's is confused, because if they shut me down, then that means they're claiming ownership of the Whopper brand, which they clearly do not have. Would I ever have guests on my podcasts? I could do a funny voice. But no, I can't. No. I'll just take like different slogans from different things and just graph them all together onto my podcast. Mick Podcast. And then dash the Lone Star State. Is Texas gonna sue me? Texas is public domain, I think. It's like Brothers Grimm fairy tale or the collected works of Shakespeare. But the only difference is that Shakespeare is a fictional character. Whereas I'm pretty sure there's a real Texas out there, somewhere. And one day I hope to meet this Texas. God, what am I even talking about? It's weird, when I used to broadcast and you're trying to like develop this sense of self about it all, both the broadcasting stuff and just you as a person in terms of like personal development, there's always been this weird dichotomy of like, I have this internal monologue that pretty much goes like, you're really good at academics and you're a big nerd, just do that, because that's what you're good at. And now it's just shifted into like, yeah, let's talk about McDonald's products in podcast/facial scrub form at 1 in the morning. Like, let's just throw that identity off and just adopt whatever the hell this is. Yeah, it's like, how do you balance being super serious and all that all the time with just everything else? I guess that other bit isn't necessarily as big a component anymore. I've given up on achievement. Instead, I'm just gonna look up websites where you sell your own hair. That's kind of the same. Am I on a new antidepressant? I wish. I've considered it again, but they don't really work all that well. Man, are my shoulders sore. Also, I never really felt all that great on them. No, the increase in thyroid stuff just explains why I'm not sleeping very well. Ugh. Crap. Spent the last 3 days in bed. Oh, that sounds awesome. The sweat, yeah, the Wellbutrin sweating. Good times. How about the Wellbutrin tinnitus? You get that yet? Or the Wellbutrin dry mouth? Or the Wellbutrin hysterical pregnancy? It's kind of like the dry mouth, but in your uterus. And also sort of not at all the same. Maybe you're just out of shape, and you're looking for a convenient scapegoat, so you blame modern medical science because you know it can't fight back because it's a faceless multi-billion-dollar corporation. Maybe it's your fault for sweating. Ever think of that? No, Wellbuten's alright. It was the only thing that actually sort of made a difference until it stopped making a difference, which wore off incredibly fast. But whatever. Yeah, I'm sweat shaming you. I'm calling you out, sweaty. What are you gonna do? Sweat all over me? Don't do that. I just did laundry. Sweat shaming actually a thing? I guess it might as well be. Oh crap, I didn't mean to put that there. No. My dreams. Your new psychiatrist is helping you get off of Effexor. I could teach you how to get off of Effexor, and it's really easy. Find a friend, have your friend just tether you to your bed, and then just like stay there for a week. And then after the week's over, they untie you, and there you go, you're all fixed. You might have also developed some weird cannibalistic tendencies. That is a common side effect, but like, it's cheaper to do it this way. You know, and time is money when you think about it. So you might as well just go that route. It's my solution to a lot of things. Just put yourself in the closest form of suspended animation you can get, and then eventually the problem will wear itself off. Maybe. Isn't Effexor one of the worst things to stop cold turkey? That's probably heroin, but also the old one, Paxil. That's the bad one. Oh, Effexor might have a really low half-life. I really don't remember. I don't really remember brand names so much. Because what I end up looking at more in like science lab contexts are like chemical names or formulas or whatever. Not formulas, but you know what I mean. It's not Prozac, it's fluoxetine, etc. I'm not super familiar with that one then. I don't think it comes up that much in animal studies. Usually it's fluoxetine and fluoxamine and occasionally like escitalopram or something. Yeah, I guess that'll work. One of these. I study pharmacology. I'm a neuroscientist. Slash electrophysiologist, I guess. It's a weird thing to say out loud. It sounds very authoritative. And I'm kind of an idiot. Paracetamol, more like paracetoless. More like got a paracetamol, Tylenol. That's my new anime. Please laugh at that. I thought it was very funny. You know what? Don't laugh at that. You know, I don't need this. What happened to the streams or do experiments on stream? They haven't been working super well recently, so I don't really want to stream that because I think it's just gonna keep me distracted and then just make it take even longer, so I end up coming home at like 5 in the morning, which I don't really like doing. Oops, forgot the greens on that. And then I'd also have to stream the existential crises that I suffer in lab, which aren't that fun. Quit school and become a comedian. I'm gonna quit school and become whatever the job title is that allows me to hit you in the face. Speaking absolute nonsense. I'm gonna quit school and become a lawyer so I can prosecute you for bad career advice. Yeah, well, maybe your heart just has, like, a real go-getter attitude. Like, that sounds like a good thing. It's like Employee of the Month. Did my chat get stuck? Oh, it did. Ah, goddamn Firefox, it doesn't work. It's got this memory leak and something, and it's just... Well, I closed all my Firefox windows, and somehow it's still open, and also taking up 2 gigs of RAM. Okay, if you say so. Ew, Twitch beta. Wait a minute, one of my groups is gone. It's only Depression and Sleepy. I had another one. I think it was called End My Suffering. Did they get rid of that? I gotta get back repping the End My Suffering community. And I gotta do 2-factor authorization. I'll just dump garbage from my other account. Let's see. Communities. End my... Oh no, they got rid of the End My Suffering group. They have suicide prevention group. That's not really the same thing. That's the opposite of End My Suffering, really. Misery. No, that's Minecraft. Well, that's kind of the same thing, actually. Real Misery. There you go. The description's in German, and it has a smiley face, but... Now, if they get rid of the depression group, I'm going to be really annoyed. This is an invaluable community service. Whoops. No, the GeoCities group is, oops. Actually the cause of depression. Excuse me. You're already in the softcore porn group. Surprise. My favorite part of the Twitch beta is where they got rid of the opportunity to have the chat pop out, but I think they added that back in. That's why I stopped using it. Oh no, my thingy broke. I'll just quit science and go into like absurdist comedy routines. But really though, what is the deal with airline food? You realize if you take airline food and reverse it, it's airline doof? Don't want to startle you, but that truth was in front of your eyes this whole time, and I bet you never even noticed it. Doofuse. God. I don't know what that is. I think it's a word you just made up. I'm trying to talk about actual concepts that impact your life, and you're here like, what's ineural duh? Like, I don't waste my time with this trash. No, I charge by the hour. It's been like 12 hours. 12 hours of trash. Oops. You know, I haven't won a single set of these today. That's pretty sad. In you go. Oh, I thought I had one more. I don't work with lab rats, I work with mice, and I can't free them, or I will be murdered. But the rats will make it look like a suicide. I mean the mice. Oh no, they sliced my brain into 400 micron sections. Well, it'll be like a really elaborate suicide. Like a game of Mousetrap. But the investigators won't suspect it was actually the mice who set it up. Because they would think, oh, it's just zany action, a crazy contraption, etc. The whales can't cure depression, they're all stuck in uncut six-pack rings. Because when you go and buy your RC Cola, you don't cut the thing into little bits like we told you to. And now all the dolphins and whales are all gonna die. How's that feel? It's your fault. Just because you wanted your next hit of Surge, or Jolt Cola. Nature's dead. It's dead. It's dead. And you did it. What am I popping? Is it this? Oh, it is. No, it isn't. Lost track of my combo somewhere here. Can you take a tiny, non-important piece of your brain? My grandpa's brain has no pathetic, tiny, non-important pieces. Or something. I don't know. These jokes are getting less funny, and also worse. Later than Follow the Train. CJ. Nice joke. Yeah, I based it off your face. Do you cut your hair? No. It's just gonna appreciate and value. I think you should freeze it in amber and give it to the Smithsonian. I haven't cut your hair in 3 years. I'm gonna go over and cut your hair now. give me an address. I'll be there soon. We're gonna have a good old-fashioned hoedown. No, showdown. I need a blue. Hey. Cut your hair a few weeks ago and shave your neck beard. See, but that's good, because you could, like, put the neckbeard shavings, like your fedoral shavings, back onto your hair. Neck, head. Like, just save them in a baggie. It's like a wig for your neck. But like one of those Woolly Willy magnetic toys with the magnetic wand that you can use to put the hair anywhere. That's just you. Just save that, and then you can deposit it wherever. Maybe you want big eyebrows. Maybe you're going for like a 1970s chest wig kind of look. Sky's the limit. Treat yourself. You've earned it. Fedoral is a really good adjective, actually. The Fedoral Government. It's the name of the administration for Sealand. Is that still a thing that exists? At least I think it's slightly more realistic than Reddit Island was, so... Oh crap. Wasn't Sealand just like an oil rig that some people bought and said, nope, it's a country now? It was mostly a joke. I'm not rendering serious opinion in like any of these sentences that I say, which should have been obvious when I said that, like, McDonald's should take their French fries and mix it with their soda and get the oils and the salts and the sugars they need for a relaxing facial scrub. I mean, now I'm just rehashing my old hits. But, like, if you are a proprietor of Sealand, please do not take this as an assault on your people or its culture. Oh, and then the government said they weren't a country anymore. Well, you know, that's the thing. Like, if you don't fight for your independence from other oil rigs, you just have no claim. Reminds me of gutter oil. How? I didn't even know about it. I was actually thinking about it the other day, but I forgot the name of it. They're not a country, you don't have to be PC with them. I'm gonna be FC, fedorally correct. PC, Pluto correct. Oh. Wait, how do I not have masked Satan? I didn't lose. I guess one of the resets didn't count. My favorite city-state is the hotel on Baltic Avenue, and also owning all the railroads. This is some high-tier comedy tonight. Somebody just... Hey, you can't swear in a Nintendo game. Somebody just cut this up into, like, an album and I'll buy it. What do you do with your life? I don't know, sulk. That's what I've been... that's what I've been doing. It's working out just fine. By that I mean I want to kill myself. But other than that, the Puyo's going alright. So, take the good with the bad. This ending is way worse than the one with the mask. You're a really good barista, and your shoulder's starting to go. Well, can you replace it with either a pirate's hook or a robotic shoulder? Because both of these seem like they would fix your problem. Both the job problem and your malaise. Because, like, if you get a hook for a hand or a shoulder, maybe, like, you've never heard of a bored pirate when you think about it. Like, pirates are cool. They're plundering and getting scurvy, you know, things that occupy their time. You never have, like, a pirate with back pain. Oops. No, you can't be a robot pirate. This isn't Rayman 2. Oops, that doesn't go there. That'll go there, that'll go there, that'll go there, that'll go there. And one of these, I don't care about that. Oh, damn it. Well, the thing with scurvy is that everything has vitamin C in it, even if it doesn't really need to have it. Like oranges or paint. Well, you know they actually put the complimentary lemon in your drink in diners so you don't die of scurvy? Like, a lot of people don't know that, but that's the reason they do it. You know, because, like, you don't want your patrons dying of scurvy before they get a chance to order their gyro platter from a Jersey diner. Or some, like, lukewarm French onion soup, or another ordering of spinach pie. All my facts are fun. Probably. Why doesn't the government put vitamin C in the water? Why doesn't the government just replace water with a nutrient-enriched slurry? We'd solve so many problems that way. Like, what's the most nutrient-rich liquid you can think of? Gatorade. There you go. Just swap out my pipes with Gatorade. If it's good for the San Francisco Gators, it's good enough for the country. Florida Gators. There you go. San Francisco has the Giants. Wait, crap, they actually do, don't they? I'm just thinking of a football joke, but I might have actually accidentally made a mistake. You know, what if we just had, like, blood come out of a faucet? I only know it's a baseball team because every time when I would search Brian Wilson, I would get pictures of that guy. The Brian Wilson who plays on the Giants, the baseball team, who has a really big beard. You know, I think we should all just be connected to some sort of, like, blood network. What if in the future none of us have hearts? We're all like Dick Cheney, and all of our pipes, blood vessels, as the professionals call them, are all connected to like a central infrastructure. You know, it's like, you know how you have cables on the back of your VR headset? It's kind of like that, but into you, and without VR. So you can still do whatever you would normally do, you're just sort of like tethered to something. And like if you get sick, they can just dispense some health juice into your blood. You don't need to eat, it's just constantly pumping you full of glucose. You don't have to sleep because it's pumping you full of caffeine. How do you move? I don't know. With your legs. Really, it's not that complicated. If you're doping, the government can check your blood. I mean, really, every use case is already taken care of. What if you get a kink of the hose? Well, I guess you die. Like, I don't know, I can't look out for everyone. If you're gonna step on your blood hose, then, you know, tough luck. Your father and I can't be responsible for this anymore. You're an adult. Am I describing WALL-E? I've never seen it. All resemblance is purely coincidental. Is WALL-E the movie where that guy says, "I'm Batman"? Or is that a different film? I'm not really good with movies. Wait, that's Batman? Oh, jeez. Sorry. I didn't realize Batman was a movie. I thought it was a nature documentary. My nature documentary is about bats. It's called Bats, Man! Exclamation point. I think it'll be great and not copyright infringing at all. Come watch my new movie, Bats, Man. Oh, I won. Such a joker. Thanks, Morgana. And then my sequel documentary to that is about bat extinction, and it's called We Kill the Bats, Man. And then my next movie is about the meatpacking industry, and it's called Jurassic Pork. These are all wholly original ideas and not influenced by any outside source. Yeah, and then my new follow-up film on the Batman trilogy is about how we can conserve nature and the bat habitat, and it's called Bats, Man Forever. Oh god, that's pretty good. It's a good joke. I think I'll take it. Oh, I messed that up. No, the Dark Knight's not a good name for anything. What do you... Get out of here. No, it's when the freaks come out at night. You know, like that Curtis Blow song. Is it Curtis Blow? I don't know. Oh, crap. Charles in the Gatorade Factory. I'm gonna make the beloved sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's Charlie and the Meat Packing Plant. At every McDonald's you go to, inside every hamburger is a golden... I guess it's a ticket, it's just covered in meat. And then they go and there's like hoses of pink slime and all that. But also Grant Imahara is there to tell you that it's not actually pink slime. In fact, it's just a really protracted episode of Mythbusters. That's a little bit over budget with the shoddy directing. No, the the whole plot element of 5 Golden Nuggets is my McDonald's themed spin-off sequel to Mario Land 6 Golden Coins. You go to all the different Mick worlds and get the 5 Golden Nuggets and fight Grimace on top of the tower. But you don't actually fight him, you just like talk about modern geopolitical climates over a Mick cafe. And share some thoughts on dialectical materialism, and then you go home. You saw Spider-Man Homecoming and it was really good. I'm kind of amazed that they managed to make a whole film about the font that they use on the PlayStation 3. Because like when I was writing PlayStation 3 fanfiction, I only got like a couple sentences in when I realized, like, yeah, I don't have a lot to work on. It's just the font. But then I heard like Sony made like 7 motion pictures about it, and I realized, like, man, I'm a terrible writer. What am I doing? You know, like my stories about Helvetica were pretty good. You know, my story about Times New Roman was a cult classic. The story about Wingdings, the plot was kind of incomprehensible, but aside from that, I just couldn't get anything out of the PlayStation font. My jokes are pretty good. Thanks. You're just saying that because you want me to tell you that your jokes are good. You're just gonna hand me a mixtape with your jokes on it. You know what? I'm not interested. Unless you've recorded it on metal cassette. Highest quality only. Oh, I messed that up. Damn it. What are the Avengers? Are they like Superman? What about the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Is that like the Titanic? Are they the men who made the Titanic? I'm gonna make a movie about that. I'm gonna call it Toy Story. Maybe it's just the increase in thyroid hormone that made me funny. This is actually a doping scandal, but in comedy. But I have the advantage on my side, because most people already expect comics to be whacked out on something, so, like, guilty as charged, I guess. What was that show? The spin-off of Dexter's Lab with the super people. With the infraggable Crunk, or whatever it was. What was that called? America Friends? Justice Buddies? Super Friends, that one. Or was it the Justice Friends? Oh, okay, never mind. It's not Super Friends. Good job. You know, I ask an earnest question, and this is what I get. The wrong answer. You know, it just serves me right for becoming so dependent on copying everyone else's answers. You know, you told me the answer was C. And I thought, oh, well, might as well be C. You know what? It's D. And you didn't help. So back your butt on down to detention, Missy. You're in some big trouble. Also, my uncle works for Nintendo, but he's also the principal. Also, this is Nintendo High School, so it's kind of convenient that it worked out that way. Crap. 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 Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Check that out. Oh, that wasn't that great, actually. Do I enjoy the third dimension? I like the fourth dimension. I like their cover of Stone Soul Picnic. I like eighth dimension, that bird song. Wait, no, that's fourth dimension, thinking of 8 Miles High. Does their sad 2D world seem lame? No, because it has the best Sonic games. When I put that headset on, and I put that Rift on today, the devil appeared to me, and he said, Tim, you could have the rest of your life be in 3D. All you have to do is sign here. And I looked the devil right in the eye and said, but all the best Sonic games are in 2D. And then, in a puff of smoke and ash and a flurry of old Sonic characters and recolors, the devil disappeared. And then I spent the next 20 minutes blowing into my Genesis cartridges to make Sonic 2 work. And then I woke up and my pillow was gone. Also, I don't have a headset. I just tested one at an event. It was weird, then he challenged me to like a fiddle competition? For some reason? I was kind of worried about that, but then I remembered my Sonic OC is actually Fiddle the Hedgehog. His professional skills include fiddling and fidaddling, in that order. So, I got the Chaos Emeralds back. It all worked out. Oops. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. No, my thing's ruined. Ah, oh, damn it, again. the hell did I do to this? This is all messed up. Upon playing Sonic Forces, not really. It doesn't look funny past the character creator. They should just go the Spore route and just make the character creator free and then make the game cost money, because there's no point in actually playing Sonic Forces. You know, it's like having a lava lamp, but one of the stipulations is that once you're done looking at it, you have to drink it. It's like, no. I wanted one thing from this. I didn't want the whole package. Did I ever stream Spore? No. As a speedrun, it's nice because it's stupid broken. Are you describing the game or my life? Or both? Oops. I feel surprisingly awake for 2 in the morning and like an hour of sleep. That's kind of a problem. Like, my dealer said he was selling me cocaine PM, and I thought, you know, that would be the safe nighttime formula, but maybe he mixed them up. Take some new meds. Oh, yeah. They upped my thyroid dose, so now I'm just stupid alert all the time. Cocaine PM is still a valuable or powerful stimulant. Oh, God. Should be writing all these jokes down somewhere. What's wrong with my thyroid? Not a whole lot. I feel kind of like garbage all the time, and I tried antidepressants and they didn't really make a lot of difference, and they checked my blood for thyroid issues and it was a little bit low, and they're like, alright, well, take this, and then I did. And it didn't really make it any better, but the numbers got better, but I still feel like death all the time, so then they're like, yeah, maybe just take more, and then I took more, and now I'm awake. Now I have so much energy, I want to punch out a thyroid doctor. Did I ever get my vitamin D levels right? Yes, I did. I increased my levels of vitamin doctor. None of the ketamine trials seem relevant, really. There's only one that seemed like it applied to me, and was in the area, and it did not take me. Crap. That's alright. Am I gonna try electroshock therapy? They actually asked me if I wanted to try it. I said, give me a 9-volt, I'll stick it on my tongue and think about it. I've since decided not to. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed so I can come up with more hilarious jokes tomorrow. Assuming I wake up. Alright, good night.